Hello guys, here is Anna, and yeah, haven't seen you for some time. I guess if you follow me on Instagram, you know already the story that I have actually filmed this video some weeks ago. And then after I filmed it, I realized that my microphones didn't work. So basically my video didn't have any sound. And then it took me 2 weeks probably to find out what's wrong with my microphones, and I had to buy special little thing, but now it's all working, so I'm back into filming for YouTube. And today's video is obviously the second feedback video. So if you don't know this story, I decided probably like a month ago to film a feedback video on some of your videos that you sent me where you play, guys. And yeah, I got a lot of videos, and then I chose one and filmed like a video with some tips. And I promised that if there will be lots of likes and comments, and obviously if I just see some interest, I will film a second part. And I got a lot of likes and I saw lots of interest, and that's why of course I'm filming the second part of this feedback video. Yeah, so if you're interested, you can watch also the first feedback video. And today I would like to share with you a video of one of my subscribers who is playing Rondo Capriccioso by Mendelssohn. I decided to go for this piece first of all because my first part was about Bach's piece, so I thought it will be nice to take something completely different, so I decided to go for a romantic piece. And secondly, I think this is just a great piece for young people, great to play and to practice before you start getting into, let's say, ballades and scherzos by Chopin, rhapsodies by Liszt, some bigger Schumann pieces. So they actually prepare you for like real concert romantic repertoire. I mean, these pieces are also real romantic repertoire, but they just give you a good possibility to prepare for maybe something more musically serious, let's say, and technically more advanced. So anyways, I think it's a great piece to share, and hopefully I can give some tips on this piece. So yeah, let's first listen together to the video. Wow, that was very good. So I decided to go for a video of Alex because I think it can inspire many of you, and it's just great to see what one can achieve when you work hard and when you have a good teacher that Alex obviously has. And I think I don't really have a lot to say on this video, but I still have some small ideas here and there, and I probably won't even tell what I enjoyed, like what aspects did I enjoy, because I liked your playing in general. I enjoyed your musicality, your body language is very natural, your technique is nice, you have good proper sound. So I probably want to suggest to go even deeper into every aspect of playing and to bring it maybe to another higher level. So my biggest concern is probably the sound, even though there is nothing dramatically to change. But to my personal opinion, your sound is sometimes way too direct and it can be a little bit rude sometimes, at least in my opinion. So I would really take care about the sound, especially in chords. I would suggest to use your elbows every time you have forte a bit more. You can apply to all the chords that you have, to octaves in accompaniment, and especially to accents, because when you play accents, they are, at least for my opinion, they are way too direct for me and they disturb me kind of every time you have them. So it's quite a professional quality to always take care that your sound on forte is deep and powerful, but at the same time it's soft and it has volume. And this is something we can create, of course, using our elbows a lot, but mostly you just have to take care about it simply by hearing to what you're doing. The second thing that I would like to discuss here is the quality of those typical Mendelssohn endless passages. I guess you know the term of jeu perlé, like literally pearly playing. It's a special piano technique that requires small movements and very close attack, but especially it requires a very good feeling of your fingertips. So they have to be very powerful, but at the same time very light. So when you use this technique of jeu perlé, basically you can use it, of course, in almost any Mendelssohn pieces that has fast passages. But also you can use it in Chopin pieces, you can use it in different classical pieces, especially in Mozart, maybe a little bit in Schubert. And yeah, it's just a very useful technique to learn, and it requires like a small separation between each note, like the knots between the pearls in the necklace. I guess this is where the term comes from. So this is probably the second thing that you could improve in your piano playing in general, because I should say you have a very nice and natural way of using your wrist. You always play like with a nice feeling of using the weight of your hand, which is quite difficult to do, but I think that strong fingertips are as important as nice and relaxed wrist. So probably this is the thing I would recommend you to work on more in general. Just playing more etudes with fast passages, probably. Of course, scales help a lot, and different techniques, as for example just practicing those passages staccato, rhythmical exercises, and just in general practicing more fast passages help a lot. Always controlling what you are doing, always trying to feel your fingertips, and feeling and using more of your fingertips even help more, for example, in playing octaves, where you have to always feel your fifth or fourth finger. And when you have a good feeling of those fingertips, you will also meet more right notes. So yeah, this is definitely very important in piano playing, like having a nice relaxed wrist, but at the same time strong fingertips. So probably this is two main things I would work on, working on forte and working on your strong fingertips that always play like separated from each other. And just more general tips, I would for example work more on building bigger phrases. I'm not saying that you are playing like in very small phrases, but there is still a room for improvement in just feeling bigger phrases and knowing exactly where do you go in each phrase. So where is this your like high point in each phrase, and listening to long notes when you play, for example, especially in the beginning when you have this like slower part. So this, I think, is the third thing that you could improve. And probably that's it. I think that when you film such a feedback video for someone who is already on a very good level, it's getting a bit more difficult, because there are many things that I could like show and try to work on when we work one-to-one, but it's a bit difficult to explain it in the video, because it definitely needs like just a try when we are trying it together. So, but anyways, there were three things that I would suggest to improve. But as I said, in general, your playing is very good, very nice. I think you have lots of potential, and I hope to see you on a big stage one day, if it's your goal, of course. Yes, so probably that's it. That was not a very long video, but I think my videos are always way too long, so I thought maybe filming a shorter one is also nice for those of you who don't have so much time to watch like half an hour video. And yeah, I hope to see you in the next video, and I hope you enjoyed this little feedback. So bye bye.